The Martin Luther King Center is a nonprofit social service agency, and we provide a variety of social and educational programs to primarily low-income children, youth, and families in Spokane. We provide high-quality early learning programs for children, high-quality after-school programs, summer, and also a teen leadership program, as well as offering parenting classes.
Our kids need to be ready to learn when they arrive in our K-12 system, and they do a fantastic job of providing those services for the community and making sure that parents have a place that they feel good about dropping their kids off while they're at work to make sure that they're getting the best education possible in those critical early learning years.
Early childhood education is the key, or a strong, stable family in early childhood, strong, stable relationships. I've heard Frida say that her center is relationship-based, and that is exactly in the middle of the science of what it takes for a young child to thrive.
One of the critical things that students have to be successful in school is a feeling of belonging and relationship. And Frida and her staff know many of these children from the time they're 3 years old, and they stay with them all the way through high school. So there's a real sense of community and belonging.
Our after-school program provides a safe and nurturing place for kids who may not have a place after school, whether parents are working or participating in any state-mandated work employment training opportunities that are out there.
It's a place where they are going to get some help with homework. You know, it's going to help them stay in school. It's going to help them get connected to job opportunities, get connected to good mentors. It makes a huge difference when you've got a place that's equipped and has the staffing to do that in an effective way.
We did a lot of work with assessment data during my time at Grant. And Dina Thornton, the literacy coach, would go down to the center and assess the kids before they came to kindergarten. And our data showed us clearly that the kids who were coming out of the Martin Luther King Center were coming out, so to speak, on third base. They were coming out really ready for kindergarten and first grade, and it was because of their ECAP program and their preschool.
Our building is not big enough to accommodate a large after-school program such as one that we have, so we entered into a partnership with the school district to have space in one of the local elementary schools that's a couple blocks away from the center.
Students from the Martin Luther King Center went to the after-school program and they stayed in Grant, and then students from Grant could also go for additional tutoring help to the center after school. So it was a win-win for both Frida. It gave her the additional space she needed, and it was a win for me because I had students who needed additional help with their work.
We actually transport from Sheridan and Franklin, and we bring them to Grant Elementary.
The center is also culturally aware and responsive, which helps fill a critical need, not always readily apparent to those who live in less diverse areas of our community.
It's not a daycare. It's not a place to drop your kids off. It is a partnership. It is an outreach center grounded in one of our neighborhoods, but truly sets a young child up for success because they look at the whole person, the family. They look at the resources the family may need, the mother may need, they know who the caregivers may need, and really are there alongside our families for the betterment of the child, but really a resource for the whole family. And it's in the title, you know, and I think that is so critical. It really shows where their direction is.
I'm aware of 2 programs there, and each of these also receives some funding from United Way. One is their family emergency program, which is to just be of assistance when a family is down and out and needs something, so families can come to them from the neighborhood if they're struggling to get the rent paid some month or struggling to get the utility paid.
We deal with a lot of families that are considered the working poor, making minimum wage, and something goes wrong, the car breaks down, and now you have to make that choice of getting your car fixed so you can go to work or paying your Vista bill. And we want people to be employed, and we don't want people to be in that situation, so we can help with rent or utilities.
The second piece is called as family relationships, and so that is a program that carries their focus on relationships into the family and helps be a resource and a support to adults who are raising kids.
The center understands that the parents are really what are going to be guiding the children. So there are programs for the parents to become involved in learning how to become better parents.
If families are to be successful, then we have to look at the whole family.
I don't think people are aware enough of the wonderful services that the Martin Luther King Center offers and the necessity to keep our neighborhoods intact, and that sense of community is so important.
Because it's named for Martin Luther King Jr., it plays a much bigger role, I think, in the civic minds across the city.
The legacy of Martin Luther King is so alive in the center. And as you look at Dr. King's life, you really see it grounded in education. And to see that legacy continued in a living way in the faces of those kids at the Martin Luther King Center, really also the faces of the staff at the Martin Luther King Center, and the culture and the board and the volunteers and the director and everybody, that passion that is shared by all of them is the legacy of Dr. King.